Okay, well, thank you very much, Margaret, for starting us off there, and thank you to everybody for coming along, and a special, of course, big thank you to SEMTA and the staff at SEMTA for organising all of this, thinking of it, making sure it coincided precisely on International Women's Day, and as Margaret said, getting organised in sufficient time so we've got this lovely room with the view of the river. I'm not going to take long because one of the purposes of an event like this is for you all to talk to each other. But I thought it was important that people can put this piece of work in the context from which it arose. Back in 2004, the then Prime Minister Tony Blair asked me if I would chair a commission of inquiry looking at the continuing gender pay and opportunities gap. What was it that was holding back women from reaching their potential and from achieving a greater equal pay? We sat for 18 months, a commission of us, around 16 people in all, public and private sector, trade union side, CBI, etc. I felt at that time as though I'd hibernated into the bowels of the earth, because almost all of our work was done in the basement of number 1 Victoria Street, and any of you who've ever been there will know that basement is a miserable place, I tell you. Eventually we emerged in February 2006. We presented our report to the Prime Minister. It was hugely well received, but much to our absolute delight, one of our 40 recommendations, which was that there should be funding to enable those women who are working below their capacity to have special attention, to have special training, to upskill or to reskill, and to enable them to reach their potential. And in the March 2006 budget, Gordon Brown, the then Chancellor of the Exchequer, allocated £40 million to be spent over 5 years on such a project, and the Women and Work Sector Pathways Initiative was born. So after all of this time, 24,000 women have benefited from that training. Over 5,000 companies have engaged with the programme. The money in cash and kind from companies has way outstripped the money that has been given by the government, and all in all it's been the most wonderful success story. I'm almighty grateful to particularly, of course, SEMTA, who are here, and I say particularly SEMTA because they operate in a sector of the economy that's very difficult for women. It's not obviously the work that was done in the textile industry and other more female dominated areas has been very good and admirable, but trying to get going in areas where the management and the trade union side aren't used to the idea that women may want to move forward has been particularly difficult and therefore particularly admirable. I don't know if Jo Garrison is here with us this afternoon, but I want also to give a special thanks to Jo. Jo is employed by the United Kingdom Commission for Employment and Skills, UKCES, which has overseen the programme, and Jo's dedication to both the success of the programme and to enabling those people working in the SSCs to make sure they brought forward success has been absolutely A1 and central to the way in which the programme has proceeded. Now, sadly, the current government has decided not to have segregated funds for women's training. I have to tell you, I'm going to keep a very close eye on this, because all the training money has now gone into the EIF, the Employers Investment Fund, and we will see whether or not women get a fair shout out of that. And if I find that they're not, there's going to be questions asked upstairs in the chamber to identify what's going wrong and why is it that we can't keep our foot on this pedal, because without the contribution of women to our society, to our economy, to our businesses, we are never going to be able to achieve our potential as an economy and as a country in this great global arena in which we nowadays have to operate. So it's not just about flying the feminist flag, although I'm very proud to do that. It's also about making sure our country gets the best out of all its citizens, and all its citizens have the opportunity to get the best out of themselves. So thank you very much indeed, Semta. Thank you to everybody for coming. I do hope you have a very enjoyable and a fruitful afternoon. And next on the agenda is Lynn Tompkins. Fancy that. So I said that, leaving my list.